How to improve listening skill in learning foreign language, especially I learn Vietnamese. And improving listening skill is very important. The point is how to communicate. The key word is listening and speaking in good pronunciation. That is the first spoken language is the important at first. Let's see about what we are knowing about and improving listening skills. There are some two parts to improve listening skill. The listeners or speakers. Now, who are listeners? And we, myself, um, I, I, I am a listener so who want to improve listening skills in learning foreign languages. And also the speakers who speak and with the languages in languages and then they speak. There's so many people who can speak and so many contents, so many level, so many from generation and the people. So let's talk about it. The listener is only one. Who listen? I listen. So my ability on language, the target language, for example, Vietnamese. What's my ability? What is my necessary? How can I focusing on listening? Why I need to improve listening skill? The why I learn Vietnamese? The purpose. That is the most important thing in the basic level. So keep pay attention to myself and then who learn Vietnamese and then how much I know, how can I build the vocabulary or well my plan, what is my plan to use the Vietnamese and in for example during the winter season I go to Vietnam and then I want to communicate with the local people who cannot speak Korean and English, only speak Vietnamese. That is my goal. In the future, I would like to work in Vietnamese by teaching Korean or English, and then so many people who want to learn Korean, I can make this program with JAD. And then my purpose is very strong. The more I have a strong purpose, the better I can focus on. I pay attention to listening. So myself is important in listening. If I don't have any motivation or goal, then I spend lots of time, but for listening. But and then that is useless, and then the useless in for time. There's the one thing is myself and speakers. And the second is a speaker. The other is speakers. Speakers who speak Vietnamese. So I listen with my language partners. They speak Vietnamese. They help me to improve listening skill. Even they help how to pronunciation by reading. All the efforts and included the spoken language or written language, all the things are the same as the listenings. So when the language partners is important, most important for me, because I live in Korea. I study in Vietnamese. I study Vietnamese in Korea. So I don't have a chance to meet Vietnamese people who speak Vietnamese then. But on the internet, it's different. Now I can meet language partners sometimes once a week or twice a week, and then I can communicate with. I can listen from them. I follow them. Even I can help them to take to them to learn Korean or English. And this communication is very important. And also I use YouTube videos from to listen Vietnamese. And then there are some, my focus on news. which related with Korean and international news. And also I watch some videos and shorts. I watch some videos and shorts to improve listening skill. And then sometimes nowadays I watch Vietnamese movie. And also whenever I have time, very short and then rest time, uh, I listen to Vietnamese song rather than the pop song. Seriously, quite difficult. And also nowadays, I focus on speakers who speak naturally or who speak softly. And then each person has a different voice and different sound. People say, and then voice is just like a fingerprint. It means voice, just like a fingerprint. It means each person has a different voice, different style speaking, and they delivers an emotion in speaking, and then they have each session, and so I focus on speakers who speak Vietnamese. By doing that, I can expand more information about how can improve my listening skills. Today, I talk about how to improve listening skills, and then we focus on the people. I is myself is important. Why I study, learn Vietnamese, and then the purpose, and then how can I devote to listening and then focusing on, and also speakers, the Vietnamese speakers and then they speak Vietnamese and then differently, just like a voice is just like a fingerprint. It means each person has a different speak, different voice, but the content is the same. For example, what can I help you? Each person, they say, what can I help you? What can I help you? Each person, this expression is differently. So it's very important for me to know about understanding and listen. Okay. Let's see. I can copy what I talk here. Then I can use this content and go in English, my content show how to improve listening skill with myself and speakers and myself, and then what my purpose is, what how can I focus on in listening, and also speakers who speak Vietnamese, and then the voice is just like a fingerprint. It means and voice is different, and people say deliver emotion differently, and then they have a different accent, different sound. So after proof reading with, then let's go. How to improve listening skills, and then listeners myself, and then the speaker, people who speak Vietnamese. Okay, so let's see. Translate into Korean and Vietnamese above. Now get a contents from this, and then let's see. I can copy and little summary about my contents, how to improve listening skills, and let's see. I can copy with the contents. Now, okay, then go paste it. how to improve listening skill. Improving listening skill in a foreign language is not just about hearing words, but about understanding people's emotion and communication style. Listening always involves two main parts, the listener myself and the speakers. The listener myself, I'm the listener. So my own ability, purpose, and purpose are the foundation of improvement. I need to ask myself, what is my purpose in learning Vietnamese listening? For example, I want to communicate with local people in Vietnam who do not speak Korean or English. I also want to prepare for the future where I may teach Korean or English and connect with many people who want to learn. Having a clear purpose gives me motivation without a strong goal. I might spend a lot of time listening, but without much progress. How can I focus on listening? So I need to pay attention to myself, my current level, how many words I know, and how I can build my vocabulary. For instance, if I study during the winter season and plan to travel back to Vietnam, I must prepare to listen, understand daily conversation. Why is listening important for me? Listening is the key to communication. It helps me improve pronunciation, speaking, and confidence in real life situations. The speakers, people who speak Vietnamese, the other side of listening is the speaker. Dynamics speakers are all different, just like voices are fingerprints. Unique to every person, each speaker has a different voice and sound, a different way to deliver emotion, a different style of speaking. By listening to many people from different generations with a different accent and emotion, I can train my ear to adapt and understanding. My learning method, because I live in Korea. I don't always meet Vietnamese people directly, but now with the internet, I can practice with the language partners once or twice a week. They help me listen, and in return, I can help them learn Korean or English. This exchange is valuable. Use YouTube video and shorts to listen to Vietnamese content daily, watch Vietnamese movies, and then to hear natural conversation. Listen to Vietnamese song, not only pop, but also traditional or ballad to get used to rhythm and pronunciation. I also focus on natural speakers, those who speak softly or casually, because they help me understand real life speech better. The idea of listening, speaking together. The key word for improving is not only listening, but also listening and speaking together. Listening builds understanding and speaking improves memory and pronunciation. Good pronunciation comes from listening carefully and then practicing aloud. In short, to improve listening skill, I must focus on myself as a listener, purpose, motivation, purpose, vocabulary, and on the speaker, their voice style and emotions. And listening is personal, but also social. It connects me to people, culture, and real communication. Okay, good.